Caravan Salon 2019. This is the Karmann Mobil Dexter 560 4x4 vehicle. Now, it's not yet available at the time that I'm speaking, although probably by the time I get round to publishing it, it will have been stopped production years before. That's a little joke, I'm not that slow in getting things published. Right, this one here, unusually, isn't loaded with extras, so that's, you can see more or less from a base price. So there you go, 54,670 it costs. Kick-off is just under 53, and the extras here, that is your delivery and your paperwork. And this one here is for the iron grey colour 790. This is 598 centimetres long, 206 centimetres wide, 279 high, and as you can see, it's got a double width-wise bed at the back. Now, as you come in, there's a slight difference here between what the display shows and what's actually in it, because we've got this, in this vehicle we've got this extra seat which is here, which I don't like. Now let's go and sit down. Actually, I'll have a look from the back. So, this is a sort of a relatively sort of classic layout, I would say, except for the seat which is on the left hand side of me right now. One of the things is the bulwark up here, which is unfortunate, but I would want to get rid of that altogether, but that's how the base vehicle comes. Table, I suppose, could be a little bit larger. I'm a big believer in large tables. Let's face it, if you've got 5 seats around the table, then 5 people and 5 people's plates, well, is that, even with the extension open, going to take 5 people? There are of course only 2 sleeping places in the van, although you can actually make more here. So it has the possibility, in fact, of actually 4 using the table. You can possibly see where the below the table you've got the rest at the back there, and you see the table actually splits into a different height, so you can actually make another bed down here. Now for the kitchen, this is a sort of typical camper van layout. I think this one's manufactured by the Italian company Karmann, it is. One good point though, it does have a domestic sized sink. Now, some of the vans are now putting the electric control up here, 12 volts, and you've got the heating up there. So it's good to have the heating next to the bed though. And let's face it, this is 6 meters in length, so you don't have far to walk when you get in to turn the heating on or turn the electricity on. Now, it's quite deep, that storage unit. Wardrobe, but without the possibility of removing the floor of the wardrobe for longer items. Mirror here. Very nice sliding door into the kitchen, the toilet. Don't prepare your food in here, prepare your food in the other place. The kitchen, this is the toilet. There you go, there's the toilet. Duckboard. saying, and there's me. Yeah. But look at this, how much space you've got in here. I'll even close the door. There we go. Which reminds me of something. There are people who've tried to use, at an event like this, the toilets. Now, oops. Now if you're sort of rather desperate, you might come into the toilet and think, okay, I can use it, but of course you can't. It's meant to be, there are people who actually, they won't use it in their vans, thinking that one day they might have to sell the van as a used thing. Particularly people are, maybe not so much hardcore users, but there are people I know, they're distributors, and they won't use they use the vans to come to things like this, but they won't use the toilets at all. Oh, that's quite common in fact. Anyways, you go into a show, don't use the toilet in a van. Oh, there was also somebody, I just heard about this person, I never actually met him, but he'd come to these events and then he'd sleep in the vans. I don't know how he managed to get away with it, how the security didn't find him and kick him out. Well, last one could do with a wall up to the top of the drawer, but for a van of this size, that's quite a big drawer. I'll walk you around the back. Now I'm going to show you another van, which on the four-wheel drive front is more to my taste. Here, I like the wet room though. That's very nice. Okay, gas cabinets on the right. Here you can see that the bed can go up, so you can intake this. Also this divider out, and then you can get your bicycles or something like that in there. You've got your electric there. Oh sorry, it's the gas, I'm sorry, got that wrong, sorry. Sorry. I thought it was an odd place to put the electricity. In fact, it's even written on it that it's the gas. You've got a bit of storage in here as well at the back. This idea of putting a divider in is something you can, Malibu started doing it for this next year, 2020. But Transit is a much easier van to convert than the Sprinter, or even I think the Volkswagen. Right, I'm going to show you this van here as well, and this one here is much more to my taste. It's same length, more or less, same size, but it's got widthwise beds. Now normally I don't go for widthwise beds. They are, I think, well, I don't need them, I'm not tall enough, which is probably a good thing. 62.5 to 63,000 getting on for. Okay, but it does have a lot of extras, so it starts at 53,000. But what I like about this, they've got rid of the bench, so you've only got 2 seats, so it is a bit cramped up front. But look at this kitchen. Isn't that fantastic? That is absolutely brilliant, I think. Alright, so there's your widthwise birds. And. So you've got this hanging space, you've got a huge hanging space there. So as a widthwise bed, it's easy to make it bigger in this position, and this comes out. Bathroom isn't as good. The other one, the bathroom's better. And you may take the opinion that, okay, the table's hidden here. It's down there. Also, it's down there. It's also on a Ford Transit. But I mean, look at the depth of that here. You know, great for the single man. You can pile up all the washing up there. You want wash your dishes once a week. Mirror on entry. Right. Of the two, I prefer this one. I think, but then again, you might say it's a bit cramped. Okay then, so a final word I'm going to say is this: I'm showing you models which are not yet in production, and therefore they will become available next year. That's the 2020. Obviously, it's 2020 show. Now I get some really stupid comments on my site. For example, I remember somebody making fun of us or something. It's putting up from last year's show or something, you know, like 9 months later. Well, the van isn't. It still wasn't available with a nasty, spiteful comment like that. And you know, I may do shows which are, but even for vehicles which are in production, there's a 6 to 9 month waiting list anyway. But for things which are not yet in production, this may not be available for a great deal of time. Now, last year, on this very position, there was a van called the Danny, which was introduced. It was announced in June of 2018, and you still can't buy it. It's not yet in production. So I make that point before people say, oh, it's taking you so long to actually put something on the site. Okay, so thanks for watching, and oh, I'd like to add as well, you know, bear in mind, I come to this event here, I'm trying to get, let's say at least 100 usable videos from it. So that's going to take 3 months at least to get through. If I can get 200 usable videos, that's going to take more than 6 months. So that gives you an idea. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and I hope that was of interest and useful. Do have a look at my site, motorhomefulltime.com, in which there may be more information about these vehicles.